welcome to Conflict News 2042. We are just a few hours away from Hassan Nasrullah's speech at 1300 GMT. He will speak. I'll do a video after that. Everyone is waiting for his speech. Before that, what is Hamas doing in Gaza? What is PIJ doing? What are Palestinian groups doing in Gaza? How are they defending themselves? Which tactics are being adopted by these groups? Incredible bravery shown by these fighters of the armed groups. They cannot compare in terms of weaponry. Israeli defense forces have lot more and more advanced weapons, air power, naval power, but these Palestinian fighters have adopted some new novel techniques which are hurting Israeli forces. We'll have a look at one of these techniques which is being adopted by Palestinian fighters to inflict losses on Israeli ground troops who have entered Gaza, we know. Before that, two important updates for you. Firstly, Antony Blinken, US Secretary of State, has arrived in Tel Aviv. This is his third visit, and he has not arrived empty-handed, arrived with aid of $14 billion. US Congress voted a few hours ago. 226 members of Congress supported the resolution. 196 opposed it, but the bill approved. $14.3 billion emergency aid for Israel approved. That is what Blinken is bringing to Israel. This is his third visit to Israel. What does he want? Maybe talks with Israel about some short ceasefires and post-entry scenario. Israeli forces have entered Gaza. What is post-entry scenario? How long will Israeli military stay there? When will it withdraw? And secondly, larger picture, because we know that US bases in the region are coming under attacks. More than 36 attacks on US military bases in Syria and Iraq since the start of this war on the 7th of October. And just a few minutes ago, Iraq-based armed groups have released a message with a picture showing a cruise missile saying that they will hit US bases in Iraq next week with cruise missiles. We have seen only rocket attacks or drone attacks on US bases in Syria, Iraq. But from next week, we could see bigger escalation. US concerned, it has carried out some strikes too on these groups in Syria, but US does not want this conflict to expand. So US in discussions. Blinken in Tel Aviv. I think he'll visit Amman and maybe Jordan too. We'll do a video after his visit completion. Secondly, I showed you a picture a few hours ago showing that Israeli military has cut Gaza into two. From areas to the east of Gaza, IDF troops have advanced and they have reached southern coast of Gaza. Western side of Gaza, you can say. So now northern and southern parts of Gaza are cut off. Roads linking the two parts are under Israeli control. Can we say it is a big blow to Hamas fighters that their territory has been cut into two? No. Why? Hamas has a very elaborate system of underground tunnels. Underground, Israeli military is on the ground, not under the ground. So, northern and southern parts of Gaza are still connected under the ground. And Hamas, PIJ, Palestinian groups are in control of under the ground area. On the ground, there is Israeli defense force. Yes, problems for Palestinian civilians, that they cannot freely move from northern to southern parts or vice versa. Otherwise, we cannot say it's a big blow to Hamas fighters that Israeli military has reached the coast of Gaza, and it has separated Gaza into two. Now, how are Hamas PIJ fighters encountering Israeli troops which have entered Gaza? Israeli tanks, bulldozers, APCs, infantry fighting vehicles, all are now operating on Gaza territory. Three fronts were discussed: two on northern side, one to the east of Gaza, fourth one a smaller front, southern Gaza to the east of Khan Yunis. Now, Hamas released a video a few hours ago showing the technique its fighters are adopting. Palestinian fighters, they hide themselves under the ground, under the rubble, behind rubble, at vantage points, they hide themselves. Whenever they see a tank, a bulldozer, an APC of Israeli military coming close, they just run towards the vehicle, the tank, the APC. They place explosive device on the vehicle and they flee. And then device blows up. Tank destroyed, APC destroyed. Incredible bravery shown by these Palestinian fighters. Obviously, when they start running, device is already on. That is what I can presume, I think. Device is already on. So they have a few seconds to place the device on the tank and then return. And immediately after that, the device blows up. That is what has been happening, and you can see a video on your screen published by Hamas shows one such attack by Hamas fighters on a tank of Israeli military. A Hamas fighter runs towards tank, he places the device, he then flees, and after that blast. So Hamas PIJ, obviously they are not as equipped, far less equipped than Israeli military, but they have the weapons which they need to continue urban combat. They have Cornet guided anti-tank missiles. They have RPGs. RPGs not obviously as accurate as ATGM, but they have RPGs. They have Zawari drones, combat drones. They have Shaheed kamikaze drones. They're using these kamikaze drones. We have seen that. I think they showed a video 2 days ago. And they have very strong, deadly Yasin 105 shells, which has been manufactured indigenously, reported obviously with the support of Iran. These shells are able to penetrate the armor, Israeli tanks, Israeli APCs. So, and obviously then they have small arms too. They have different types of guns and other explosive devices. They don't have tanks, they don't have artillery pieces, they don't have fighter jets, they don't have frigates. Israeli military has all these things: tanks, jets, modern aircrafts, F-35 in the air, intercepting missiles fired from Yemen, then ships, frigates, US carrier strike group positioned in the Mediterranean. So Israel, when it comes to equipment, there is no comparison. Israel is far ahead. But these Hamas fighters, PIJ fighters, they have adopted unconventional strategies. You'll see them gradually. You'll see more such strategies. And for that strategy to be adopted, you need morale. You need conviction. By the way, both sides have conviction. It's not that Israeli military is losing morale. No. This conflict has religious angle. It has political angle. It has several angles. So both sides are mobilized, fully charged, fully convinced. But Hamas fighters, they learned a lot from Hezbollah. Hezbollah repelled Israel's attack in 2005. Hezbollah supporting Hamas. So that is why we are in for a long war. It's not that in a few days Israeli military is going to sweep across entire Gaza. Even if they sweep across entire Gaza, what about under the ground? The day Israeli military starts reaching under the ground and destroying Hamas facilities, we can say that now Hamas is starting to feel the heat of this operation. I'll do a video after Hassan Nasrullah's speech, hopefully. Everyone is waiting. What will he do? Will he join the war? Will he announce Hezbollah's joining of the war? That remains to be seen. This is first speech by Hassan Nasrullah since the start of this war on the 7th of October. Fingers crossed. Thanks for watching.